Hey folks, welcome aboard Wednesday's Market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. TGO, my name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. Apologize for not doing a SITREP yesterday. Had a lot of trading going on and a lot of coaching, but we're back here for Wednesday's brief. And also, quick reminder that our newest live trading service, it's going to be every Friday, we're calling it Solo Friday, gets airborne next Friday because obviously this Friday the market is closed for Good Friday. There's a lot of Fridays in what I've been saying, so if you were doing a shot every time I said Friday, you probably won't hear the rest of this SITREP. Anyway, it's our newest live trading service here at Top Gun Options. We are only going to trade Amazons on Friday. We're also going to cover XLY, which is a good proxy for Amazon. Currently, the XLY, which is an ETF, is comprised of 25% of Amazon stock, so it's a pretty good proxy. So we're going to cover both, but technically Solo Friday is going to be all about Amazon all day, all night. Going to get text alerts from the brief. You're going to get the follow-up email and obviously access to the replay if you can attend. There's limited membership. We're almost full, to be honest with you. We last 40. We have about 9 slots remaining for Solo Friday. I think we're going to cap it at 50. I got to double check with support. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo. It's only $97 a month. This is our least expensive service here, obviously, because you just get access to one brief covering one stock. Obviously, our other services are different prices, but this one, folks, and you get a 25% discount if you go with the annual membership. It's $8.97 a year or $97 a month. If that's your last $97, folks, don't do this. I'm going out to dinner tonight in Fort Lauderdale. I guarantee you $97 bottle of wine is what it's going to cost there. So my point being is this isn't expensive at all. $97 a month for our Solo Friday. All you need to do is head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo and you can get airborne. All right, let's get airborne with what we need to have to talk about. As everybody focuses on this China trade deal and everything like that, this is really what's going on, folks. We just approved sales of F-16 jets to Taiwan. Do you think China is going to like that? China is absolutely going apeshit here, folks. So these aircraft, $500 million, folks. I think they asked for, what, 66 of them? I forget how many of these that equates to. They're also asking for M1 Abrams battle tanks, which I'm fairly certain are going to get approved as well. This is what's going on here, folks. 2 weeks ago, Chinese fighter aircraft entered Taiwan airspace and they scrambled fighter jets. Remember, folks, China sees Taiwan as a renegade province, right? It is China owns Taiwan. Ask them. Taiwan, independent country. We can defend ourselves. The United States, in fact, has a defense of Taiwan agreement. I've actually participated in the defense of Taiwan exercises. I sailed through this region. This is the big deal, folks. The Chinese are going to get a trade deal here that isn't going to be worth the paper that it's printed on. This is the real issue, folks. It's China's dominance in the region. I briefed you on what a Chinese admiral said about 2 or 3 months ago. He's like, trade deal? Could care less about a trade deal. This is about us becoming a superpower, not only in the Pacific, but around the world. That's what you need to keep your eye on, folks. But hey, check this out. Global stocks rise following what? Blowout Chinese data. I told you to watch this Monday and Tuesday. I said you got to check out Tuesday night's numbers here. As I was watching the hockey games, great Stanley Cup playoffs here. GDP last time was a 6.4. We were looking for it to go down, and of course, shockingly, China's GDP is better. Look at their industrial production, folks. Are you shitting me? I don't believe any numbers that come out of the Chinese government, but when they almost double their industrial production, it's comical, folks. It's comical. Their retail sales also comical. Does anybody and what did we cover 2 weeks ago? Chinese PMI was a blowout when it was forecast to implode. Does anybody see what's going on here besides me? Mysteriously, as we get to the end of Chinese negotiations, numbers are coming out that their economy is doing great. The plot thickens, folks. Anyways, what's going on right now? Stocks are bouncing between gains and losses. So as China's reporting blowout numbers, let's scroll down to what we reported today. Our trade balance, actually, the president's going to be happy with that. But where is our manufacturing stuff? or was it yesterday? Here we go. Our industrial production. 0.1, looking for a growth of 0.2, and swing and a miss. Our cap rate imploded, our cap utilization rate. So we're showing our economy slowing, but China's doing great. Come on now, folks. IBM earnings also sucked. Netflix, lukewarm, swing and a miss. I'm not a Netflix guy, folks. With Apple streaming, Disney hasn't even jumped in the pool yet. It's literally going to be hundreds of streaming services, and I just don't think Netflix has any super growth prospects. It ain't going out of business, but it ain't going to be growing like it used to. But this is comical. So investors weigh China data and the latest batch of earnings. So here we go, just kind of wallowing around and on the precipice here. This, like I tell you, folks, in the absence of just absolutely horrific data, the market's going to go higher. And to be honest with you, if we do get horrific data, the market doesn't care anymore because they know that the Fed's going to jump in and kiss our boo-boo and put a little Band-Aid on it and tell us to go play outside. So really, really interesting market here, folks. CEO of the world's largest asset manager firm. The risk is this melt up. Things that go up, folks, I'm an aviator. Things that go up tend to come down. And the higher they fall, the more, or the higher they fly, the harder they're going to fall. So really interesting stuff going on here in the market, folks. And obviously tomorrow we have some macroeconomic data. Markets closed on Friday, but Thursday, folks, look at this slew of data we're going to get. Let's go. Core and regular retail sales, the Philly Fed, weekly unemployment claims, fast manufacturing PMI, the services PMI, business inventories, the Conference Board's leading index. Tomorrow is going to be a big day in the market, and there ain't going to be a lot of people around. The trading firms I worked at, Thursday before Good Friday, people are done. They're gone. They're already on their 4-day weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Well, you turn those into 4-day weekends. So very, very interesting day on the horizon for tomorrow. And as you know, if you've been following these SITREPs, these situation reports, or you've been a member for a while here, you know that the number one buyer of the S&P 500 year to date has been who? The S&P 500. They haven't hired, they haven't acquired, they haven't innovated and built new products with the Trump tax cuts. They bought their shares back. As an American, that drives me nuts. As Gordon Gekko, I think that's awesome. This rally, ladies and gentlemen, has not been institutional investors, hedge funds, large financial firms buying. It has been those companies. And how many of you think that large financial institutions, hedge funds, or money managers want to put capital to work as we're at record highs and record low? I'm not going to say record low, but the last time, you ready for this, folks? The last time I saw volatility this cheap, when's the last time we saw volatility this cheap? Right before Volmagedon hit. Everybody remember this? Oh my God, no volatility, no volatility, no volatility. Say hello to volatility. The VIX, like 300% jump in the volatility index. We call this Volmagedon. All these idiots that were short volatility literally got wiped out, folks. Where are we right now? The VIX is at, well, wow, it's up 5%. We were down at like almost close to 12 on the VIX the other day. Right around here. We are back down there right now. When volatility is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. Volatility is absolutely cheap right now, folks, and you should be itching to get some long volatility in case we see a big spike in vol. Jamie Dimon says the U.S. economic expansion could go on for years. So the economy is doing good, folks. I mean, if we're complaining about, oh, geez, Q1 or Q2 GDP of 2.1%, are you kidding me? Things are good right now, right? The Fed has more or less quit. So a lot of potential good going on in the economy, and we know that the president, especially last week, absolutely pounded the Fed into the dirt, saying you need to cut interest rates and actually start buying bonds again and do some more QE, quantitative easing. My friends tell me up in Washington that the president is going after the Fed like that because he believes that the Chinese, we might not get a deal, and even if we do, the Chinese ain't going to live up to it. So put that one in your pipe and smoke it. For everybody who thinks that this rally doesn't have any of the China trade deal in it, I think you're nuts. If the president walked out to the helicopter today and said, yeah, we decided to walk away from the Chinese negotiations, they're not serious. Does anybody think the market keeps going up as soon as the president says that. Come on now, pull this leg and it plays jingle bells. Okay, all right, guys. I'm actually running late. I have our 1 o'clock accelerated retirement brief. Quick reminder: head to go.topgunoptions.com/solo to get access to our Solo Friday. We're going to be trading Amazon all day, all night, and we're also going to, I guess I could call it Dual Friday, because in addition to Amazon in that live trade brief, we're also going to cover the XLY, because as I said, the XLY is 25% of Amazon stock. So a good proxy to trade Amazon if Amazon's a little too pricey. Okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. I'll see you for our Solo Friday next Friday.